Welcome back to 0 to 60. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can get rid of that old exhaust and fit a full stainless steel catback system to your car. And we're going to see exactly how it sounds and see if it's worth it at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get straight onto it. If you don't know how to jack up your car to fit this exhaust, then check out this handy guide. Now here's the process. At the rear of the car, by the back box, you've got a rubber on both sides that we're going to need to remove here as well. And then we're also going to need to remove the module that controls the flap for the exhaust of the car. Now, moving back towards the front of the car, we're just going to look at all the different separate parts. So we've got the understrut brace where there's 6 hex bolts here and another 2 Torx bolts here as well. They'll all need to come off. And then as we move up past the midsection to the front of the car, there finally is the clamps that hold it to the catalytic converter. Now we need to get both of these off to release it from the front of the car. So let's get on with it and get this old exhaust off the car. So first up, grab yourself a T60 Torx. And there's 2 of these to do, 1 each side of this under car strut brace. And then there's also 6 on the central plate of the strut brace as well. So we'll undo those 8 bolts, and that will allow the bottom brace to come straight off and give you better access. Then we want to go to the rear of the car and just remove the connector with a pinch that's on the electronic exhaust flap, because you don't want it hanging on that after we've released the full exhaust. Next up, we're going to go up to the front of the car. We're going to take both of these 13mm bolts off. One's on the rubber grip and one is on the actual exhaust itself. Now, it's also a good idea to just WD-40 and spray up those rubbers on the back and let it soak in, because they can be really tight when you're trying to ease them off the back of the exhaust. So well worth doing that. Both sides, as you can see. Now, you can simply get a flathead screwdriver and work it off of the bodywork like so, and it will pop off the end. It's also handy if you've got someone to hold it up at the back. Now, if you're really struggling with these rubbers, you can actually undo these bolts and release the whole thing from the car, and then remove it once it's off the car and simply replace them before you put on the new exhaust. Let me just stop you there for a minute. If you're enjoying this video and it's helping you out, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell, because we've got loads more DIY videos that can help you even further to improve your car. And we always want to know what you think and your thoughts on the videos and what we're doing. So don't forget to comment. Now let's get straight back into it. So now we've got the bolts all undone and the rubbers off. It's just a matter of twisting at the back of the car, grab hold of both of the exhausts and wiggle it left and right and pull on it at the same time, and you will see that that will be enough to just pop this front end of the exhaust off. Now once that's popped off, that's everything we need to do to remove the old exhaust, and we can now get on to fitting this bad boy full stainless catback. Here's a view of the exhaust side by side, and already that stainless steel exhaust is looking very nice indeed. The good thing about this aftermarket exhaust is it comes in sections, so it makes it a lot easier to install and to manhandle if you're on your own. You won't necessarily need a second person. Right, now we're going to take the exhaust flap module off. There's just 3 10mm bolts on here to undo, and then we're going to replace it and pop it onto the new exhaust, which are Allen key style bolts. So we'll whip this off. Be careful not to lose the spring that's inside, because that's what joins the module to the exhaust. Now I'll show you a close-up here of how to fit it on the new exhaust. It's exact reversal of what we've done over there. And don't forget to make sure that the spring is located in the correct way, as you can see here. If the spring's not in there, your exhaust flap won't work. And just for good measure, here's a diagram that they actually give you with the exhaust when you buy it new, which is always handy. Now, as I say, the new exhaust comes in sections, so it's far easier to manhandle on your own if you are doing it on your own. Start at the front of the exhaust. The front will slide over and you get these large, similar to Jubilee clips, these large exhaust clamps that just slide over the top, and then just do it up by hand, enough for it to hold on there, because you're going to want to adjust each one of these when you've got the whole exhaust on the car. There's several to do, but just start at the front and make your way back to the rear of the car. Remember, don't do them up too tight. Then replace the 13mm nut that goes onto the rubber square behind. Now simply repeat the process with all the sections to the back of the car until you get to the back box. Now once you've done that, do them all up finger tight. So it's going to look like this. All of them are done up finger tight, so you've still got a bit of movement. You can then, if you're on your own, get a jack and a piece of wood, and you can then support the rear muffler with the jack and get it into position, because the most important part now is getting everything lined up where you want it to be. So now we can look at fitting the back box back onto those rubbers. Again, you might want to use a little bit of WD-40 here just to ease them back on. And you'll probably need 2 hands for this one. Again, if it's being a pain, just squirt a bit of WD-40 on the end of the exhaust and in the hole, and it should go back on. And again, if you're really struggling, you can always unbolt that, take it off, put the rubber on, and then bolt it back to the car if it's an issue. Then we're simply going to go to the middle of the car and replace the under strut brace with those 8 Torx bolts. So get that all done back up. And part of the reason that we didn't do the exhaust up yet is because 9 times out of 10 it's going to touch this plate when we do it up. So we've got the ability to move the exhaust and tighten it up as we need to leave a nice gap. And if you can get your fingers in there all the way around, that's just perfect for the gap that it needs to be. Then you can just follow on and do up the rest of the nuts on the way back to the back of the car. Now, when it comes to the rear muffler and the exhaust tips, they actually move in and out and up and down, so you can get a perfect fitment for your exhaust tip at the back. So we're going to clip that connector back in because we don't want to forget that. So make sure you do that. And then we're going to simply adjust the tips and the 45-degree bends on the back of the exhaust to get a perfect fitment at the back of the car. Once you're happy that you've got it in place, just simply do up the one closest to the muffler first, and then move on to the tip itself, because once you've got it in place here, you can then move it in and out and at the rear of the car to see exactly how much you want. Then start from the front and run all the way back down to the back of the car to just check all these bolts are done up properly. And as easy as that, the job is done. Now let's listen to a before and after of exactly how the exhausts sound.